What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Viget YouTube page here. Nick and Mitch, happy to be with you. Mitch, we had a pretty good weekend last week in the wild card weekend, both winning weekends. How we feeling going into the divisional matchups this week?
Well, good games last week. Super wild card weekend. Something new for this year. I actually really enjoyed it. 3 games each day made my day just a couch potato the entire day. I can't wish for anything else.
You said that right. It was like a super gauntlet of football this week. 2 games still on both days, back to normal. Nothing that you can be upset about because they're really 4 really good games here. Let's get right into it. We're going to do Saturday games first and then the Sunday games, similar to the format last week. First game up, Packers taking on the Rams here in Lambeau Field. Packers coming at -6.5 with the total set at 45.5. Mitch, what do you like in this game?
The Rams defense last week, they showed me something. They are legit. That Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, they had unreal games. I mean, Aaron Donald, he got a little banged up, a little dinged up. I think that's going to come in to effect a little bit. But one thing I'm looking out for this week is Jared Goff playing in the cold weather. That Lambeau, the frozen tundra up there. I mean, Goff has not played well in the 2 games he's played in under 30 degrees, and it's going to be freezing up there. And the Green Bay team, they're very, very used to playing up there. Aaron Rodgers, he's got on that thermal, that turtleneck, and he's just slinging the rock. So my thing is Goff. I'm not trusting him being able to play in the cold, plus with a bummed up thumb. So my pick, I'm going to be a little quick with it. I'm going with the Packers, taking the points, 6.5. Yes, that defense is really good for the Rams, but I can see them just winning by a touchdown because that's all you really need.
You bring up some good points there, and the biggest one obviously Jared Goff's injury. I'm not too sure if he's even starting this week, but then again, I mean, if you side with the Packers, it doesn't really matter because Walford, I mean, he's a backup quarterback, and who knows what he can do. But I'm gonna go against you here. I'm gonna take the Rams +6.5, and you brought up the points already. I'm too in love with this defense, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
what they've showed week in and week out, they made Russell Wilson look like a fool last week. I mean, he didn't have a good game whatsoever, and Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald on the same team should just not be allowed. I mean, what they
Mm.
do to that defense is ridiculous. Only giving up 14.6 points per game in their last 5 games. But Jared Goff does make me a little bit nervous. Turning the ball over could get a little ugly, but the Rams have the game plan to go into Lambeau and win. And that game plan is to run the ball and win, and play good defense. Cam Akers looked really good last week. He'll get, another 20, 25 touches probably this week. And I think that's what it comes down to. I think that the Packers win this game, but I like the Rams to cover. And I think we need to talk a little bit about the matchup that a matchup could be a matchup for the ages. Jalen Ramsey versus Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Devontae Adams, he's put himself in the conversation for the top 3 receivers in the game, but Jalen Ramsey's the best corner in the game. If no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, I think Devontae will have like a mediocre game, maybe like 50 yards or something like that, but he's not going to be a game breaker like he's been like throughout the entire season. So it's going to be on Aaron Jones running the ball, but that's tough against that Rams defense. But Big Bob Tunyon, he's going to have a big game. Alan Lazard, they're going to have to step up with Devontae being shut down by Jalen. But I mean, I know you said you were in love with that defense. Are you worried at all about Aaron Donald's ribs?
I'm not worried too much. I'm pretty sure I checked the injury report. I didn't see anything too alarming. It looks like he'll be good to go. And while we're talking about Aaron Donald, the defensive line, it's important to know that who is it? Bakhtiari is no longer there for the Packers. He got hurt, so there's going to be a new tackle there, which I like a little bit more because obviously the Rams are first in the league in sacks per game.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a really good matchup. I'm gonna drop some stats on you a little bit, like you do. Well, before I get there, Lambeau will finally have fans. I mean, that's gonna be
Mhm.
huge. Like the Lambeau leap over there. Maybe they'll get a little bit of that action going. But my stat for you: since 2016, since Golf got in the league, the Packers are 31-10-1 at home. I mean, that's hard to go against.
Yeah.
I'm riding with the Packers, 7.5. Give me the points. That's what I got for you.
Yeah, believe me, I don't feel great whatsoever picking it against Aaron Rodgers in the number one defense, but it literally comes down to the best scoring defense versus the best scoring offense. I like defense just a little bit more in uh in the playoffs, and I just think that as I said last week, Sean McVay is just such a really good offensive mastermind that he'll find a way to make up some plays here. The Rams are going to have to control the clock. If it gets ugly early, then you could probably tip the cap to you because the Packers will probably run away with it. But if the Rams keep it close throughout the way, I think that it stays within the touchdown here, and that's why I like the 6.5. My final score, as I said, I really don't see a scenario where the Rams do win, though. If they do win outright, I'll be a little shocked. I'm going to go Packers win, Rams cover 23-19.
I'm gonna go something very similar. I'm just gonna take it, just winning by a touchdown, 24-17.
24-17 should be a really good game. Let's
Yep.
move on to the second one here coming out of the AFC. Ravens heading into Buffalo here to take on the Bills. Bills will have fans once again as they had them last week against the Colts. Bills come in -2.5 with the total set at 50. I'm going to go first here. I'll say it right now. Ravens will win this game. I'm taking Ravens outright on the money line here. They're just one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Bills are too, but when it comes down to it, it might snow in this game. And the two things that are gonna you need in a snow game are defense and running the ball, and both advantages go to the Ravens here.
Yeah, I mean, I this one was a tough game. I was taking my notes down. I'm like, I can't come to a decision at the end. I was gonna listen to what you had. I mean, the Bills, they just seem to really like each other. I mean, before the Colts game, you saw them dancing MC Hammer. I'm sure they're still doing the same thing this week. But it's so, like you said, it's supposed to snow. And Lamar has made comments. He may be a bit nervous. He's never played in snow before. Florida kid, played in Kentucky at Louisville. And then, I mean, yes, it gets cold in Baltimore, but it's different up there in Buffalo. I mean, they're gonna have the fans are gonna be in there. They're gonna be jumping on tables. They're gonna be breaking tables, like lighting it on fire. But like you said, MVP Lamar, he's back. He's playing unreal. But I like if it weren't for him running the ball last week, they don't win that game.
Yeah, agreed.
So, but it's gonna snow, so that's gonna cause him to run the ball more. That Josh Allen slinging the ball around to Stephon Diggs, I really like that connection. So I'm riding with the Bills. We're gonna back to back to going against each other.
We're going head to head on both of them. I like it, but the one thing that does concern me, you brought it up, is how good the Bills' offense has been, and they go up a couple of scores, it could get ugly. Ravens did come back from down 10-0 early, but I mean the Bills' rush defense, it just doesn't hasn't done enough to convince me. They're giving up 163 rushing yards to Jonathan Taylor and company last week. I feel like they just had no urgency against the run, and I feel like that's going to play a big part here. Lamar Jackson looked great. J.K. Dobbins scored once again. He'll probably score again this week, as that's what he seems to do. And I don't know. I just think that the Ravens have the right way to win this game. Both quarterbacks, obviously, still new into their careers, third years for both of them coming out of the 2018 draft class. But I am nervous about Stephon Diggs as well. But Ravens defense, sixth in the NFL against the pass. They have tons of capable cornerbacks to switch on and off of Diggs, whether it be Ron Humphreys, Marcus Peters, even Jimmy Smith could guard him as well. So I think that the Ravens have enough secondary help here to, put Josh Allen in some scenarios where they don't like it and kind of, have him throw to some other guys that aren't Stephon Diggs.
If I was a Bills fan, I would be scared. I'm
Yeah.
I'm definitely not very confident about this pick. I mean, one thing it may come down to, if you think about it, I mean, the kickers, Justin Tucker,
Yeah.
best in the league the past 3 or 4 years, and Tyler Bass, I think, is the kicker for
He's been good
the Bills.
recently.
He's a rookie, but so Justin Tucker has that experience that Tyler Bass doesn't. But it may come down to that. You never know. It's going to be. I think that score of 50 is going to be. It's too high for me. I'm not going to take the under, but I just think that might be a little bit too high. But like you said, with Lamar running the ball and J.K. Dobbins running the ball, they know that Lamar, with it snowing, he's not going to be able to throw the ball. So I think that Bills defense is going to take a lot into stacking the box, making sure they stop up that run game.
You gave me the stat for what was it? The Packers 31-10 and whatever won since Jared Goff's been in the league. I'm going to stat right back at you for this one. Since John Harbaugh's been the coach of the Ravens, they're 10-3 against the spread in road playoff games here. So both really good coaches as well. Harbaugh obviously winning the Super Bowl way back when. McDermott looks like he'll be coach of the year. I think this one's going to be a good one. However, I'm going to go Ravens to win outright here. A little bit of an upset, 27-24.
I'm going to go the same thing, but opposite way. I'm going to go 28-24 Bills. It's going to be a
All right.
very close game.
I like it. So we both got two really close games coming out, and that's what it is. As you get farther in the playoffs, the picks get a little bit harder to make. The games get a little bit closer. So I'm taking Rams and Ravens.
I'm taking Packers and Bills. Let's see what you got.
Let's
Drop in
get
the
it.
comments who you're riding with, Team Mitch or Team Nick. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. I like that. Make sure to put it in the comments. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, guys. This rounds up our first picks for Saturday. Be sure to stick around. We're going to come back with our picks for Sunday as well. So make sure, as always, to gamble responsibly and like the content.
Good luck, everybody.